This video describes the steps you need to take in order to put agents on your schedule. So perhaps you're using our scheduler lead to call automation tool in IVR mode, and now you want to switch it to having agents on the phone instead of having the consumer or the lead press one to get through or whatever. Have the agents called first, then we start calling the leads. So in the schedule itself, pretty simple. All you have to do is, in the schedule here, is all I have to do is tell the schedule that I want it to be instant agent mode. So with this checkbox here, it's instant agent mode, and it's been out for over 2 years at the time of this video, so I got to get rid of the word beta there. But in instant agent mode, we're going to call the agents first, then start calling the leads. With this turned off, we call the leads and then get them through onto your offer, usually by a press 1 or press some button IVR. So that's all you have to do there. And the offer itself, well, let's do agents first. I have to create my agents. I've created a few agents. But basically what will happen in the agents when you create an agent, once you create one, you want to copy it. Let me go ahead and duplicate this agent here, so most of the things are already set. So just by keying in the agent's email, it's going to send them an invite to work on your system. Now, if someone is already working on a TrackDrive platform for some other company, make sure you give get the agent to give you the same email they're already using. They only need one login to work for many companies. So that's all you have to do there. We'll know which company they're online from their soft phone. Okay, so I put in an email here, blah at whatever.net. Okay, so that's my agent that I'm trying to invite. I'm going to set him up as a quality assurance agent, so he's not the winning buyer on the call. He's working on this for me. I can put his pretty picture in there if I want, otherwise you get this happy man here. I'm going to key in his first name, John and Doe, and you usually set them up pause because they're going to unpause themselves when they're ready to go. Now my demo here, I had all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I'm going to turn off his filters because I'm not filtering what calls he can get. You noticed before I said this was a buyer, so in my demo I was setting up that the lead had to be verified before going to the buyer agent versus the QC agent. So anyway, I wouldn't have any filters. I'm just setting it up. I am saying yes, I want to enable a soft phone. If I didn't want to do soft phone and actually call the person, I can do that. However, if I'm trying to just use a soft phone, I can do that. If you want the agent to be able to do manual outbound dialers using the keypad on his soft phone, then you will pick one of the available numbers in your platform to be able to be his caller ID on his phone. Usually it's a local number. You would pull one for him. However, the toggle, not having a phone number listed here, basically is your toggle to say the agent can't dial out from a soft phone, which most people do it that way. They just let him work on phone calls for you and not sit there and dial out on your dime on the phone. Okay, then you can key in his contact information if you'd like, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and create agent there. Now the permissions up here, the reason I copy is because I get the permissions from the other things. What's important about the setup, you can see he can only see his own calls by default, is here under the calls, down in the permissions for what he can do as an agent. Now usually you don't let him see the call logs. Not that he can't see calls, but the call log within the call detail that tells what happened on the call. It's very technical stuff. You usually don't see that. But can he block and unblock callers? Sure. Can he pick the contact type? That's the script that's going to pop up. Yes. Can he see the contact fields? No. We let him pick from scripts, but we don't let them see the fields in their format. Usually you let buyers see contact fields and agents see the script that they're supposed to fill in. Can he modify the agent script? Yes. Can he do agent access? Yes. With that off, there's a few things that disappear. With it on, it then says, can he click find a buyer? Can he transfer to other agents? We usually say, nah, you're just going to handle the calls yourself. But if you do allow agents to transfer to a level 2 guy or something like that to help him with the call during training or advanced questions or complaints or something like that, they can transfer to other agents. And then can they leave a voicemail? If you have this turned on, excuse me, but you don't have a voicemail configured in what I'm about to show you, it won't give them the button for leave a voicemail. It has to have that, so it won't have to enable leave a voicemail on your agents if on the offer you don't put a voicemail message that you want to leave behind in. Alright, so that's the agent here, so we'll update that. And then I can go to the offer and go to my student loan consolidation offer that I had that schedule set up for, click on call handling, and in here I need to add add a new call flow rule related to the scheduler that I want to configure what I do when I get instant agents on the line. I've already been playing around here, so it has all the agents I played with before. But I'm going to go ahead and add in the John Doe that I just did. Now you see everyone's paused. They pause and unpause themselves when they're ready for calls. So those are the agents that can take calls. Now I can filter these and have multiple when getting an instant agent on the phone. Maybe I do one for inbound calls. Like these guys handle inbound calls, while I set up another group of agents to handle outbound calls or something like that. So you can handle that. I'm not going to do that for this demo here, but you can handle things, maybe a list of states this group can handle versus a list of states other guys handle, whatever. And so then we have here leads to dial per agent. It depends. If your data is real time, you want to dial one lead at a time. You don't want to blow through leads that you're disconnecting some consumers because one answered faster than the other. But as you're dialing older leads, you can dial more leads at a time. And then how many leads have to be in the queue before we dial the agent to say, hey, we got someone on the line, get ready to go. And then if they don't answer the phone, how long do we wait in between that call to the agent? Now I call that the infinite call, because when TrackDrive does call the agent, it is as long as that agent stays on the phone, so he can be no leads available and he just hangs out on the phone. So it's called an infinite call because he just hangs in there all day and keeps taking calls as they are answered by the consumers or the leads. And then over here is when there's no leads in the system for him, when do we kick him off? So you can set this to whatever. Many call centers will say, don't ever kick me out. My time clock is me being on that infinite call. Other people will say, hey, I don't, if we don't have calls for 15 or leads for 15 minutes, just kick them off. We'll call them back when leads show up. So that's how that works. Then you configure your audio. If you're going to leave a voicemail for the consumer, again, I told you in the permissions, I said he could, but if I don't put a voicemail in here, there's no voicemail to leave, so that button won't show. And then the hold music while he's waiting for leads, that's what you hear here. There will be another box here for the music the consumer hears while on hold. Currently we play elevator music for them, but a lot of customers are asking us for customer retention type music where, hey, don't hang up on us, we're getting that agent on the line, we're the best whatever mortgage company in the world, etc., etc. So that'll happen there. Okay, so now I've configured what I'm going to do when I get an instant agent on the line to handle that information for him. Okay, so that's everything there is designed to get your instant agents on the line. There's other videos about how to set up the schedule and how instant agents get logged into their soft phone and all those things, but this one was just talking about the small tweaks you need to make when you're trying to change your schedule to an instant agent schedule.